Okay, testing, testing. All right, so let's hear. There's an update on this crazy police chase that we just were watching, and Wilson was telling me she hit everybody. She told all of us. I can't even talk. There's a press conference, so let's check it out. We get an official update. This is the chase that we were covering on the main. I'll post a link to this update on the main channel under the live stream, so for the people that miss it. But yeah, let's check it out. What am I doing here? It's a mess. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good afternoon.
What's up, Virulent?
Everybody ready? Yes. Good. Yeah, about 12:17 this afternoon, a radio call was broadcast in Harbor Division at 19th and Gaffey for an ADW, assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence incident. The victim was on a dash bus, and the bus was being followed by an individual in a white Maserati. They ended up on the...
They said the victim was on a dash bus? What was that?
The victim was on a dash bus, and the
dash bus was the type of bus?
Followed by an individual in a white Maserati.
Okay, so it's just a brand. Dash bus, Los Angeles, LA. So this person was chasing them and following them while they were in the bus?
By an individual in a white Maserati. They ended up on the northbound 110 freeway, the Harbor Freeway, and southeast units heard the simulcast and joined in on the freeway looking for the suspect, spotted the vehicle. The suspect was stopped, pulled over to the side of the freeway, and the officers got out to investigate. At that time, the suspect then accelerated away, and officers initiated a pursuit. The pursuit went on for some period of time, coming up to the area not far from here of Stalker and Obama. In that area, suspect then looped around and came back to this location. I believe that was broadcast on your channels. The suspect then ended the pursuit down here by pulling in behind a white apartment complex, parked in the back, got out of the vehicle, walked down the driveway toward the road here west, and the officers then had just approached. They had been in tracking mode, approached the front of the residence, and the suspect in the driveway pulled out two guns, one in each hand, and opened fire on the officers. Officers returned fire, striking the suspect. The suspect was on the ground. The officers went to his location, secured the firearms, administered aid to him, requested a paramedic ambulance, who responded and transported the suspect to a local hospital. In addition, a woman who was a bystander was struck in the arm. That was a non-life-threatening wound. She was also transported to a local hospital and is receiving aid there. It's an ongoing investigation. That's about what I can share with you at this time. I'll entertain any questions, but please understand that that's about as far as we can go at this point.
Chief, do we know how many officers actually confronted the suspect, or how many may have actually fired?
Yeah, I can't tell you the exact number, but there were a number of officers who were at the scene and who were in the line of fire for the suspect and responded.
Was this an unexpected confrontation, meaning they were trying to circle the area and then he just came out? Both parties probably surprised each other?
Yeah, that would be how I would view this, based on having seen some of it from the air on a video on the news. The suspect got out of a vehicle, walked around to the driveway, and then toward this street behind me. The officers had just pulled up to the location out front when they saw the suspect. The suspect then removed the weapons and began firing at them. So it was very quick. It was something that, thank God, no officers were injured during this. But this kind of shows just what our officers are facing out there every day, confronting a suspect who's, gonna do what they got to do to try and get away.
Semi-automatic handguns on the suspect?
That's my understanding.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Hey, Chief, if I may, I'm going to ask you a two-parter. You mentioned that the suspect fired some rounds. Any idea as to how many rounds he discharged? And then secondly, for people who may not be familiar with the work that you do and they criticize the use of force, and they say, why not use non-lethal like beanbags? Can you?
Oh my god! Why not use non-lethal? I understand in certain situations, man, but this dude dual wielding. All it takes is one shot for somebody to get shot in the head. A cop, somebody that has a family that wants to go back home to their kids. All it takes is one bullet just to hit somebody in the head, or even anywhere else too, can be critical.
Answer those
Yeah.
questions.
No, thank you for that question. Yeah, because that is something that we need to clarify. Once you engage a suspect or come up on a suspect, and that suspect is using a deadly weapon against you, you've gone past the stage where less lethal would be appropriate at all. You have to confront the threat with the appropriate countermeasure.
Any idea as to how many shots he?
Multiple shots were fired. I don't have a number on that. There's a number of casings at the crime scene where the suspect was transported from. A number of officers engaged, so likewise on that side.
Do we know who actually the suspect is and identification on him, past criminal record at this point, or is that still
too early for that. We have some tentative ID. They're still working through that to do the background.
Do we know the connection between the suspect and the person who called 911 for help?
Yeah, we don't have that yet. No, that person was on the bus.
And you might have mentioned this. We saw that there were 3 women somehow detained by police. Did you already mention the connection?
No, and we're still trying to figure out the connection.
Were they in the car, the Maserati with the...
No.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Chief, thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Damn, that wasn't much of an update.
Yes, we do.
I'm glad we came on the second channel though. That's why we got it here, so we don't have to, we can save notifications. That's it. So they didn't state if he was dead or alive or whatever. They just stated they took him to the hospital. He was shot pretty bad. It looks like there was a lot of blood. And while they did give us a detail, I didn't know. Apparently he was chasing the bus or some shit. What the? His condition wasn't immediately clear, but first responders brought a gurney to the alley and then took it back to an ambulance, and that sped away. A great deal of blood and at least one firearm remained where he had fallen. Damn. Mess. If you didn't watch the chase, check it out on the main channel. I'll put the link. So I'll put the link in the chat. And I'll put it in the description. I mean, we just watched the chase where, I mean, most of the chase was there was nothing really happening, nothing significant really happening until the end of the chase. At the end of the chase, this guy gets he pulls up to a house. So he was wanted for assault with a deadly weapon. And apparently he tried chasing after the victim. Like he was driving his Maserati, apparently chasing after the bus. Cops got onto him. Then they thought he was going to go to the victim's mother's house, but he didn't. He pulled up at a different house after driving crazy. I mean, he was driving a little bit crazy. He was driving on the wrong side of the road. And then he pulls up to this house, but next to the house, like he goes through this alleyway and goes to the back of the house. And there's like these 3 women in front of the house freaking out. Oh, yeah. We don't know the relationship. Looks like maybe that was his family or something. He parks in the back, gets out, cocks his guns. I guess he cocked 2 guns. You couldn't really tell at first. And he walks down the alleyway, and right as he pulls up to the front of the house, there's some lady that like almost starts running towards him. And then he pulls out 2 guns on some like Matrix, fucking Terminator shit, whatever. He pulls out 2 guns, he like starts shooting at the cops. And so they popped his ass and he fell to the ground. And he had a lot of blood. So that's the gist of what happened. Yeah, he got out so nonchalant. What the hell? Unknown condition. Okay. I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. People have just gone crazy and mad. It makes no sense to me why anybody would do that. Let me see. Okay. Pulled some Scarface shit, yeah. It was nuts. Everybody was talking about it. I've seen a lot of tweets about it. I was not expecting that. I was just thinking it was going to end like every other chase. But if you want to see that, yeah, it's on the main page. You could just skip to the end, towards the end. I mean, this is him pull it with 2 guns. I mean, what? Crazy. Suspect condition unknown. Yeah, we don't know if he's alive or dead. All right, I guess that's it for now. I have this little project that I'm doing around the house, and something that utterly disgusted me. I was so the ice machine was like making this funny noise. I've cleaned it out before. There's nothing before like that was like alarming to me. This time, because it was making all this noise, I'm like, well, let me just clean this thing out. And I saw like little white stuff in there. But when I looked online, I said, oh, that's calcium and something else build up. It's kind of normal, whatever. You just clean it out. I was like, all right. But this time, because I started cleaning it, and I was using vinegar and water at first. And like I'm noticing, I guess because it's inside the machine, like all these like stuff is coming out from the inside. Bro, look at this like alien looking virus shit. Like, I don't know if you can see that, like that big chunk. Let me see, hold on. That big chunk. That shit look like an alien egg or something. And I'm still flushing the system out. Nasty. I almost don't even want to use this shit anymore. I was like, ugh. I'm going to keep continuing to flush it. I have like this filter too, an extra, like this is without the filter because I'm cleaning it. I got a new filter for it, but that stuff was on the inside, not on the outside. There's like this cleaning thing that like lets the water run. So like I keep putting stuff in there. I let the water run. And all this stuff is coming out from the inside. Disgusting, man. Disgusting. That's not ice in there. Those are like white particle, like globs. I don't know what it is. Ugh. I might go back to the freezer. Yeah. It's so nice to have those little. I might have to do bleach. I don't want to do bleach. I was reading online. Some guy said like you do a really small amount, like a teaspoon or something with water. And then you keep running the system, let it flush out. And then you just flush it with plain water. Flush it with water. And then that's it. You got to check it monthly. So I've been waiting too long then. I've been doing like every 3 months. That shit is nasty, bro. I don't know the levels of water in my area. Because I did read that could be like calcium and something else buildup. But that's, oof. Frozen snot. I have white vinegar, yeah. Disgusting. So I'm going to be running. I've already run it twice. I'm going to rinse everything out and run it again. And yeah, I think maybe I need to stick to a monthly routine of maintaining it and keeping it clean. Because, what other projects? I got a new aquarium vacuum. I have to assemble it. I want to vacuum some of the bottom gravel. It's not gravel. It's like aqua soil. I want to do that. And honestly, today I was making this, believe it or not, more in the center. Like this was like off. And I didn't know how much that was kind of annoying me. And today I finally centered the table and the couch a little bit. It could probably be a little bit better. Like it could probably be a little bit more centered, but it's more centered than before. And I didn't realize how much that annoyed me. Yeah, it's an ice maker on the counter. No, the ice was expensive. I got it from Best Buy. It was a couple $100. know. It's really nice to have the ice machine, but damn, bro, like, that shit's nasty. I want to stick to once a month and see how that helps. Because if not, man, I don't know that I want to use that shit again. Ugh. Ugh. My parents, when they hooked up the ice maker, the delivery people hooked up the ice maker to the hot water. Oh. But now my parents buy ice. It's better now. You can get an ice cream machine cleaner. Yeah. Yeah, vinegar is supposed to be really good. That's what I was using right now. I'm actually gonna have to order some more vinegar. I have that. There's some cleaning in the house I want to do. I need to water the plants in the balcony. Soon I want to get some type of Christmas thing going on for this room too. And also the CO2. Maybe I should call Sean. I never called Sean. The CO2 thing, I have to change it out, but I'm worried that, like, I don't want to open the thing and it explodes. It's completely out, but I don't know if there's still pressure inside. And if I unscrew it, that shit's going to, like, boom. You know, I don't know. I might call Sean to ask him how to do it. Because I read something online about use the safety valve first and make sure there's nothing in there before you twist it open. And then I'm going to have to go Breaking Bad and concoct the mix and pour it back in there and close it. My mother's. Mama, she's cooking, so I think my family, I don't know who's going, but I'm going to go to my mother's for a few hours, I guess. And have some food. Crazy. Kendrick Lamar's GNX set for #1 debut. He dropped a new album. I haven't heard his music yet. Kendrick. GNX. Trump tariff plan prompts retaliation threats from Mexico. Oh shit. So Trump announced plans to impose significant tariffs, a 25% tariff on goods from Canada and Mexico, and an additional 10% on Chinese products starting January 20th. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum responded by indicating potential retaliatory tariffs and the cessation of migrant caravans at the border. These actions suggest possible economic repercussions. A lot of my friends been telling me about that. Well, I don't know about a lot of my friends, but a couple of my friends been telling me that that's going to have some type of repercussion, like some negative effects. I guess we'll see. Use the tank water for your water changes to water your plants. Oh, use the tank water from your water changes to water the plant. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea, because I was just going to dump it. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I'm going to get my little bucket. I have to do my tank to clean the bottom, but Maddie's tank too. Hers it's like cloudy. I don't know. I poured in water the other day, but I poured it in too hard and all the gravel stuff came up. So I think I'm going to do a water change in there and pour it very, very slowly. And yeah, I mean, I saw this other thing on Amazon that I want to get, like this little water pump. It's not electric, but it's just like a tube and you squeeze it. And it's very simple, because the electric one, sometimes it's like this big thing and you got to try to move it around. Sometimes it's not great for what you need to do. I want to get this tubing thing. No salt water, thank God. I have fresh water. Maybe one day, but not right now. Distilled water would absolutely be the best. Oh, you know what, Melissa? I was reading about that. That's not a bad idea, to use distilled water for the ice. There would not be much of any. That might be a good idea. Because when I've heard the noise from the ice machine, I was reading online too, like that calcium and all that stuff can build up inside of the machine, and then it can start like clogging things. Distilled water. That might be the solution. Too many nitrates in fish waste might poison plants, though. Oh. That could be something, though. I didn't think about that. They found someone on the FBI most wanted list living in Wales, over the pond. Bomber from 20 years ago. Holy moly. Hezbollah. Oh, Israel Hezbollah ceasefire agreement approved? Oh, between Hezbollah. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking Palestine, but okay, I guess that's good. All right. Are there still some states counting the votes? Are they still not done? Wow. Cyberpunk 2077 sales hit 30 million. That's incredible. I always wanted to try that game. Maybe I should. I don't have time for an RPG. I really don't have time because I feel like the time that I spend on that is time I could be streaming or doing something. I try not to get too caught up in games. I mean, once in a while, I used to play Warzone sometimes. Once in a while, it's okay, but I don't want to immerse my life into another virtual reality. Like, I don't know if it's a good thing for me. 30 million copies. But I've always wanted to try that game. Mason. Damn, The Witcher 4 has now entered full-scale production. The Witcher is another game I've always wanted to try. I never got to play. Damn, that shit looks dope. Maybe if I only allotted myself like 1 hour or something to play. I don't know. It's never enough, though, with gaming. You can also fertilize the plants. Google it. So, I do fertilize the regular plants that I have in the house. I have them like on a schedule. I have this app, the plant app. So I keep up with that. And then the tank, I have this little fertilizer liquid that I can use once a day. Sometimes I do it once every 2 days. And then I also have this shrimp mineral water. Not mineral water, it's mineral powder. That, no, it's liquid, actually. It's liquid. There's a mineral liquid that I do once a week. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Maybe water down the fish water before putting it on the plants. I don't know. Hey, Mimi. All right, I guess that's it for now. I'm gonna be around the house. I'm enjoying those so far. Like the week off. Honestly, I'm kind of like I started walking again, and I'm starting to do push-ups again. And then Mustard Mama sent me a list of calisthenic stuff that I can do around the house. So, just trying to get myself in a good mental space is what I'm trying to do. Damn, Rainbow Six. I used to play that back in the day. Rainbow Six. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off. I will be around the house tonight, though, and the rest of this week too. Except Thanksgiving Day, I might be gone for a couple hours. But I'll be back after a couple hours, and it would be nice to have like a Thanksgiving chase. Thanksgiving chase. Drake suing Kendrick Lamar. Wow. All right, guys. Take care. Peace.